Hey guys, today we're going to do a rotor replacement and brake replacement on the back wheel of this 2012 Infiniti G37xS. So stick around. All right, so let's get this wheel off. So here we are. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this caliper off, and then that'll get us to the rotor. This setup for brakes has 2 pins in it. They'll have like a little cotter pin in here, and that kind of holds these pins in position. So we'll get those out first, and then we'll go from there. So here's this little pin right here. You kind of got to get in here, but and that's the other little cotter pin. So this braking system might look a little bit different than yours. This is called a Brembo braking system. It's kind of like a little upgrade. So if this does look different, that's the reason that it does look different. So I'm just gonna put this in here, start to pop that pin out on the other side once it gets so far. Same thing for the bottom. And you'll notice that this fell out because this little spring is held in position by these little rods. So if you're just doing your brakes, I'll show you how you just kind of get these out. Is I kind of press in here. We're just going to try to press that cylinder back a little bit, give us some space. There we go. So if you're just redoing your brakes, you can put your other brakes, slide them in, and there you go. But we're going to be taking this caliper off. So there's 2 bolts behind this caliper. You'll see right there where the socket goes. There, that's your top one. And then there's going to be one right below that. So we're going to take those out. All right, I kind of broke the bolts off camera. I used a wrench and kind of hammered away at it. Unless you have a breaker bar, you can lift this up and get a little bit more leverage. Otherwise, it's pretty much what I did there. So we'll get these bolts the rest of the way out. I'll set this back here for now, just like that. I'll get the rotor off. Now the rotor may be a little bit stuck, so it may take a little bit of hitting to get to it, so we'll see what we can do here. I'm just going to brush this dirt away a little bit. Some of this rust off here. Once you get that cleaned off, I'm just going to take a little bit of anti-seize. So when you get your new rotor, it's usually got a bit of oil and stuff on it. We're just going to clean that off real quick. And these don't come with your little plug here, so I'm going to go ahead and replace that plug right now, because if you put it up there and you accidentally pop this through, you're going to have to end up taking this all the way back off. Take it from me, I learned the hard way. So, take that off. Okay, so onto the caliper, and we need to press these cylinders back in order to be able to put the brake pads on. So we'll use an old brake pad. Slide her in here. Alright, you can see our cylinder got pressed back, so we can do the same thing to the other side. Alright, so now we can mount the caliper back on, put the bolts on. So I'm going to put a little bit of blue Loctite on these bolts. For me, it's just a little bit of added safety. And then I don't remember the exact specs for the torquing of those. I think that's somewhere around 98 foot-pounds, but make sure you take a look at that on your owner's manual. Alright, so here are the new pins that come with the brakes. Here's the pin that was in the caliper, and you'll notice quite a dramatic size difference. If I put these in as is, they're going to pop all the way through. So I can either use the old ones, clean those up, or use these. I'm going to go ahead and use the new ones. I'm just going to measure that length and cut those off a little bit. I'm just going to add a little bit of grease just kind of to the sides, where this might just kind of slide a little bit. So like that. Just slides in like that. Get the other one. Next is going to be your little spring, and I'll show you this really quick because you're not going to be able to see it very well. But once we slide this in, this little hole is going to be right in there. Then we're going to take that pin and pop it in. So it's got to go over this right here. And then just trying to find the hole here. I try to get the holes lined up before I press it all the way in. That way I kind of know where the hole is. And that's pretty much it. Make sure you guys like, make sure you guys subscribe, and I appreciate you guys watching and commenting and telling me some other things you might like to see me do. So see you on the next one.